Do you want to check my eyesight or do anything first, mate? Or am I trusted?
You probably sit. I sit really close. I don't know if you noticed how close I.
How tall are you, Ogmios?
About just shy of 6 foot. But I don't know. Yeah, I just like being, this sort of.
Right. So yeah, let's whack my mic back on. You got it. Just pinch one end and then push on. So yeah, if you pinch this bit there, it'll just slide all the way on. You've got it. All good. So I did see on the when I was getting it insured. Do you want to see my insurance document?
That's all right.
All right, trust me.
Yeah.
Sound. So yeah, there was a. I had to fill in the well, not fill in. I spoke to someone about the car, and it's a 1.2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Twin port.
Twin port. SXI.
Nice.
Corsa C.
Cool.
From 2005.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Anything that you need to talk to me about before I drive it? Is there anything that has got any little foibles or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I've been driving this, 7 years, so I've probably forgotten what other cars.
Yeah. Am I right moving the mirrors? The mirrors.
Yeah.
Mirrors work okay.
I don't. Oh, yeah.
That's
actually, do they work? I have never known that you can move the mirrors with that.
Didn't you?
No.
All right, just
That's
push
crazy.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Yeah.
You didn't know? You didn't never tried it?
I've just did it by hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit broke.
My electrics doesn't work on my key, so I just presume all the. But what happened is I lost this car in Milton Keynes.
How'd you lose it?
I went up there to do some filming for the series on my own.
Right.
I need to film myself scootering around.
Yeah.
And looking at those robots.
Yeah.
And I left the car in this car park. I said, right, I know where it is.
Yeah.
I started doing all the scootering about, and then it sort of finished that. And I went back to the car park and it wasn't there. And I was like, this is the car park.
Come on.
And then I started looking in other car parks. And I just couldn't find it. And it was also getting dark, and my phone had run out of battery.
Oh, no.
And I was wandering around like these car parks for ages, thinking, has it been stolen?
Did you just lose it? Did you?
Yeah, I lost it. Basically, Milton Keynes is such a grid city that there was an identical car park north of the main shopping centre.
So
I had parked in the one north, and I'd thought everything. I didn't even.
didn't even think.
Yeah. So what ended up happening? I got the train back to London.
Right.
That night, went on Google Maps, said where could it be? Realised there was two, and then got the train back. It was there. It had been messed around with overnight, like the wipers had been bent.
Okay.
And since then, I think maybe they messed with the lock or something. I don't know, but
maybe they'll have to go again.
Yeah, and the electrics. But yeah.
She's still going strong. Look at the wear on the steering wheel as well.
Love it. Yeah.
She's a good thing. Is it a she?
Yeah.
Don't know.
I'm not sure.
You got a name for it?
This transcends gender, maybe.
Does it?
I've had names for previous cars, but this one's just.
This one's just.
Yeah.
Corsa.
It's just.
Nice.
Maybe it's.
You're gonna have to give me directions, mate. I don't know where I am around here.
Well, yeah, we're in Stamford Hill.
Okay.
So you.
I don't know where I'm gonna go. But,
go where your heart leads you.
Seriously, just
yeah.
Let's find that bike. I better not stall, mate. Imagine if I stall. So we can't get down up ahead. We can't get through there. That's it. Go through road.
That's the river lead down here.
So should we
you can turn left here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ah, she runs smoothly, mate.
Yeah.
She does run smoothly.
Good. I did get her serviced after the last MOT.
Okay.
Because there's a few things my mechanic said, just bring it in for her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Should be.
She's smooth, mate.
Yeah.
Well.
Maybe it is a she.
I've named her a she.
If you're getting the she vibes, that's cool. Yeah.
She vibes.
Yeah, the biggest issue I've had is maybe a few years back was like the starter motor went.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, I just had to do regular brake pads or
just the normal stuff, normal way.
Yeah, the bane of my life with this car is the leak.
Straight up, or
yeah,
Straight up.
Straight up.
You tell me where you want me to
All
go.
right,
I
okay.
don't mind. I don't mind driving wherever. It's just.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, yeah. So you go straight and then left.
Left here? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go into the heart of Stamford Hill.
Yeah. You're going to make it tough for me. Put me on a little bit of pressure. Like
Yeah,
it.
let's see. I'll try to think of some good
That's all right, mate. Yeah, it's fine.
chaotic roads for you.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. So yeah, driving schools use these for years and years and years. The all-round vision in the courses are fab as well, man.
Yeah,
I always like the older cars as well, because the newer cars, they've got such high sills and high fronts to them, and you can't see out the back. Even reversing and bits and bobs out of here would be nice, because you've got that nice big windscreen out the back. Modern cars aren't like that.
Yeah.
So
this Toyota Previa is
Yeah.
the default car in this area.
okay,
50% of
you
cars
let me go.
are
I'm going to help them out a bit.
Previas.
Is that just the preference with the Jewish community?
Yeah, that's the car. I guess they got big families and
They're cracking cars, the Toyotas.
Yeah.
I've had a few Toyotas in my time. So,
and they're, I guess, economical.
yeah.
It used to be when I was growing up, the default car
Left
for
or right?
I left
We got it.
was a Volvo,
Yeah.
and there was even a Channel 4 documentary called Volvo City, which
Yeah.
was about this area.
Yeah.
Similarly, a Volvo estate in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Every other car was a Volvo
Volvo
estate, yeah.
estate.
But it's just shifted to
Yeah.
Toyota people carriers now.
Yeah. It is. It's funny how certain sort of like not classes of people, but certain communities, do stay with a stereotypical car. The driving instructor. What would you say the stereotypical car is for a driving instructor? Is it the Fiesta?
I don't know, you see, around London you seem to see, there's one up here, see what this car is, the driving instructor.
It's a Yaris, yeah.
A Yaris, okay. Yeah, you see a variety, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
There's still loads of these big four-wheel drives everywhere as well, isn't there, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. So how long have the 20 limits been in force around the majority parts of London? Has it been for a few years?
Yeah, and gradually, piece by piece, 30-mile-per-hour roads have been
Eradicated
changed.
and gone, yeah.
You turn down right down
Right, Danny?
Old Hill Street.
Yeah.
I think it's rare to see. For a while, I felt it was a bit tricky for sometimes in certain places for drivers how quickly it would change from 20 to 30 on certain roads.
Yeah.
And now you're at the stage where it's just at a certain point they may as well just call everything 20.
20 everywhere. Yeah.
Unless it's a particular type of road. But
Will we get a thank you wave?
let's see. I think so. No.
Oh, shame. We don't have to be thanked, no.
No.
We don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be thanked. So we've got a little busy. This is just my thought process. A little busy shopping area.
Yeah.
There's always the potential for people to step out. So
White cop man. Yeah.
middle of the space. I'm just making sure my speed's good enough.
I went to check the.
We're not,
There's a lot of
we're
these
not
as
allowed,
well.
Are we allowed in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is 1:12? We're good. Yeah. Some of them you have to read so much information before you
get there. You're right.
Yeah. Ideally, they'd have a sort of light that was green or red. And you think, okay, it's open or it's closed.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And there's so much information.
I like this cyclist.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah. Beard, high vis helmet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I shaved my beard off yesterday, mate.
Oh,
to be
yeah?
fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as good as yours, but it was getting there a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting there a little bit. Oh, what should we do? Is he going to come through?
Yeah.
I think he's got just about enough room. I'm going to see whether he can cope with that. Can he cope with it? He can cope with that. No bothers. Easy. This guy, has he seen me? Yeah, he's seen me. School bus that as well, isn't it?
Yeah. School buses in this area as well, you have to watch out for because they will park anywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, drop kids off or bring them on. I was going to ask you about this because there's no actual markings here.
No, it's a shared space.
Shared space, yeah.
So in other words, just for traffic calming as well, they're starting to put these in.
Yeah.
So everyone's got to look out for everyone, which I think they work well. But
Okay.
they do just surprise people a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I think I worked that out quite quick. I was quite impressed with myself there. But
Yeah.
but yeah, just shared spaces.
Yeah.
Without people have more problems when they have priority because they'll go quick. They won't look as much. So that's effectively what they're doing. I've seen them on roundabouts as well and bits and bobs. You're all right, mate.
See, I like that as well. The raise, you know, even though you're carrying shopping, you're getting the thumb out for the.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's a fair bit of effort because it's 2 bags in one hand in each hand there. He did ever so well.
Muscle power.
You're right.
It's another zone. You could go right here.
You go right here.
Yeah.
So you got to keep an eye on the time, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're right about the amount of info that you've got to see on those signs. That's absolutely right. Because I asked you on the first one, are we allowed down here? I didn't even read it. There we go.
Let's turn right down here.
Let's turn right.
Head towards Stoke Newington.
Okay. No, I think. Oh no, I'm just going to wait for that guy crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. We don't mind the beep.
No,
we can cope with it.
Yeah. You know, maybe he would have done a gentle beep if he had one.
That's right, a gentle beep horn. There you go. There's some more. There's that impatience again.
Yeah. I think one of the worst things you see in London is tailgating.
Okay.
And even in 20 mile per hour zone, particularly not to, you know, generalize too much, but it is often BMWs, Audis.
Yeah.
And maybe partly it is because they're driving a powerful car.
Yeah.
They're constantly up close behind people and then they want to peel out quickly. And
I've got a little theory about this.
Yeah, go on.
I've got a little theory.
Yeah.
Because I've had a couple of BMWs, don't forget.
Yeah.
And I reckon that our speedos aren't set at the exact speed that we're doing. I'm sure most people know that.
Yeah.
Right? So if we're doing 20 on here, we might be doing 18.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain, I've got no proof for this, this is just a little theory of mine, that the BMWs, the Mercedes, are more realistic than a lot of the other manufacturers. So they could be doing 20 miles an hour, but it seems as though we're only doing maybe 18, but we're actually doing 20 on our speed. I think that's another reason. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. There is a fair bit of entitlement to that situation, but that could be something that I look into, mate.
Yeah.
You're just going to go left here?
Sorry, left.
Go left.
Just go left. And then...
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we're going to follow this one-way system to the right.
After we go round, so...
These two.
All right.
But you've got space, you've got time to get in.
I'll sort it, mate. Not a problem.
This other
So
right
we
one.
go over there.
Yeah.
I'll sort that. No bothers, mate. All good.
There used to be is it gone now? A fridge shop here.
Okay.
That was called Sell Fridges.
Like it. So we just follow to the right hand side. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're gonna head towards Dalston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know where that is, but
Dalston's like young, sort of trendy. I like driving down. It's Kingston Road.
Yeah.
It's nice sort of stuff going on.
Cool.
And,
Cool. There are a few areas. I've found this in London. I was actually talking to someone about it.
Go straight up.
Yeah. I was talking to someone about this on the train today, that there are a number of areas in London that have changed so much over the years. I'm going to just hold back and let Mr. Boss out.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy's been, he let me out before as well, so he's been good as
Oh,
well.
cool, nice.
But yeah, there are certain areas in London that have changed to, you know, really posh areas over the years as well.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in sort of Stamford Hill, Stoke Newington.
Yeah.
Stamford Hill was pretty similar.
Yeah.
Stoke Newington is just a different place from where I grew up, and it's just.
Yeah. You going straight?
Sorry, turn right. Yeah.
That's all right. But roads are roads at the end of the day. I've never driven, you know, around here. You can work it out if you're looking and if you're, you know, not coming into things too quick. We got a bit of a tailgate here behind. Little touch.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Little touch. Back to my theory of those German manufacturers.
Yeah.
Cars.
I mean, my theory is they're just nutters, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
But I guess, you know, people driving Audis and BMWs, they want to zoom around the place.
Yeah.
They're a bit frustrated in a sense. They're having to do 20. They're up for speeding, essentially, until they see a camera.
Yeah. And then they slow down.
Yeah.
I like it when these lights change. We're going to follow that one as well.
Yeah, we'll go left, yeah.
But this is where it will prove dividends that speeding actually works, because these lights will change now and we'll get stuck. Maybe not.
Made it.
Yeah.
And look, he's stuck behind another car.
Yeah.
But here's a camera coming up, so everyone has
So they'll be slowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a little bit of entitlement, I think, to people who drive those type of cars.
Yeah.
I always think when someone buys their first BMW or Mercedes or Audi, they think they've made it.
Yeah.
Where in reality, none of us have. We're just all on this journey together.
Yeah.
You know, you don't make anything. She was nice for Wayne. But yeah, I've had them myself, but interestingly, cars don't float my boat.
Right. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bit meh with them now.
Yeah.
They're just a tool for me to go off and do what I do.
Do you still enjoy driving all the time?
Not really.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Not really.
Because you drive so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it I've been an instructor for 23 years now, so
Yeah.
I take a fair bit of pride in what I do.
Yeah.
I like to still improve. I'm doing courses and courses and courses all the time to try and improve knowledge. But
Yeah.
would I wouldn't rarely just go out for a drive just for the sake of driving.
Yeah.
I'd rather go out for a walk.
Right. Yeah.
But
Or a cycle.
or a cycle.
Yeah.
But even that's difficult nowadays as well, because the state of some roads, to be honest. So
Yeah.
yellow boxes, got to be careful of yellows in London as well. You get
Yeah, definitely.
a few fixed penalty notices for stopping in some of them, won't you, mate?
Yeah.
Why do you think we got beat before? Is it because I didn't sort of like barge my way out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are quite impatient with. I guess some of like London driving is very nip and tuck. That kind of characteristic to it of, right. There is a lot of cooperation, but it's like based on this understanding. Right, you do this quick, and I can do that, and then people.
I agree.
Are a bit too impatient.
I agree. It's sad. Don't mind that when there's no one there. I actually don't mind that either.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
If some road users were able to think, well, there's people on there, I'm going to hold back, let them finish.
Yeah.
Then there's none.
Yeah.
There's no real harm a cyclist doing it in the correct manner. Well,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on that, by the way? I'll go back to what we were saying about the hustle and bustle of London. What's your thoughts? Do you think that's a possible another way that we can share the roads a little bit better to give responsibility for cyclists to go through some red lights? Do you think that would be?
The ideal world, yeah. I suppose it is. I don't know. Yeah, I'd find it hard to do it personally. Maybe it's just the sort of societal shame I'd feel.
Yes.
If I went through a red on a bike, I'd probably stop with. But I understand, the spirit of it, especially getting away a bit earlier if people are crossed.
Yes. Yeah.
But yes, a lot of cyclists are a bit reckless going.
They can be. I think that, to be fair, it's just people. I always think of it rather than a class of road user.
Yeah, I caught one incident actually on this road, Dawson Lane.
Yeah.
It was in, I can't remember which episode, but a cyclist overtook a bus that had stopped for the lights.
Yeah.
And came like this close to, and a lady was pushing the trolley out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do enjoy. I don't know if you ever watch like this guy Terry Barronson.
I've never heard of him. No.
He's a New York YouTuber.
Okay.
He's got quite a big YouTube channel, and he he rides like a nutter. And there's a whole group of like courier type cyclists.
I think people have mentioned him because I recently went over to New York and I cycled around New York.
I've been watching. I watched your sitting in with the
Instructor.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, I cycle around there as well. And I think a few people in the comments have mentioned that.
Okay. Guy. Yeah, I mean some amazing feats of cycling. So he does what he calls a hotline, where he follows. So he's following, filming, and he's like cycling. They're not stopping for any lights. They're not stopping for cars coming out there.
They're just in.
But that sort of mentality you sometimes see in certain cyclists in London as well.
Yeah.
Not as I think New York is a real culture of it.
Yes.
They even have organised races. Through the streets.
Yeah.
Where they have certain pickup points, and they do have accidents sometimes.
I do think driving in London is more difficult and a lot more to look at and watch than New York though.
Really?
Yeah. I think London, even this that we're doing now, I think this is more difficult than New York. But that takes us nicely back to the point that I was going to go on to before. That hustle and bustle and rules to be not, well, I suppose they are broken, like our delivery guy there.
Yeah.
Rules are broken, but it's sort of like when there's a car from a side road. That car from that side road will never get out of that side road unless they push a little.
Yeah, it's give and take.
It's give and take.
Yeah, I agree, because one other thing that sometimes I get pulled up on, there was one video where I was talking about a cheeky van or whatever, when I stopped to let, and one of the cases maybe borderline whether I should have stopped, but I get a lot of comments where people say, don't be nice, be predictable. But I feel like some people use that as an excuse to not be thinking about other flows of traffic.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. And there is a balance of, I can see where people's comments are, and I do the same thing. If there's a choice of me sticking to the rules and sticking to priority as opposed not to, I'll try and stick to priority. But you're absolutely right about different people flowing. And I think the example of a car coming out of a side entrance, that's key. If that car doesn't push a little, cyclists coming this side, if that car doesn't push a little, they're never going to get out.
Right. Yeah.
So I think we do have to sort of like appreciate that we're not able to totally stick to the rules.
And one of the worst things I think is, and it's so common in London, is the culture of blocking exits in slow-moving traffic.
Yeah.
It just constantly causes the other flow to stop because someone wants to turn.
Yeah.
And people, I think part of it is, the peer pressure. People think they want to keep up. They don't want the person behind them to think they're not,
We've already mentioned that today as well, about that pressure from behind as well, that you don't feel.
Yeah.
I don't feel. I have on a daily basis being in the driving school. You sort of do get immune from it a little bit. It takes me back to a sad story when it was the day my nan got buried many years ago.
Yeah.
Someone had made a mess up with the numbers of the funeral cars.
Yeah.
And we were one seat short. So I went, I'll go and sit in the hearse with me nan. I wasn't in the back with me nan. I was in the passenger seat hearse. And me and the hearse driver, me nan would have been in stitches.
Yeah.
We were having a right laugh about how fun it is.
Yeah.
It's holding people up all day.
Yeah.
And you sort of get immune to it. Don't you?
Definitely.
And I think that is an important point, that the people who do feel pressured by those behind, they're likely then to make maybe a little mistake.
Yeah.
You've not done well here. You got in the wrong lane, mate. So you're going to be nice. They're going to be nice.
Yeah, it's building that mental strength.
It is.
To feel okay with your decision making and trusting yourself. And
and be comfortable as well. And comfortable in your decisions you make. Gee whiz, it even just, my mind's just going from all different things. We've covered so much good stuff, but even your comfort in driving an 05 Reg Corsa.
Yeah.
It's really satisfying for me.
Yeah.
It's satisfying for me to know that Yeah, it doesn't have to be the latest Mercedes or BMW, and you're just comfortable and just satisfied with what you've got. Absolutely.
I've always been sort of, what is the universe offering me in terms of cars? I've been like, most of my life ambivalent about whether a car would come. If, you know, friends say, I've never paid more than £200 for a car as well.
How much did you pay for that?
£200. Yeah, it's my most expensive car.
Absolutely brilliant. You've paid less for this than, let's put it this way, than a majority of, well, not a majority of people, a fair chunk of people would pay more in a month just to insure a car.
Yeah.
Let alone pay for it. You know, some people would be paying £400 or £500 a month to purchase a car, but yours is 200 quid, and you drive it round, and you use it exactly the same as those other people.
And insurance, I got my insurance down to, it went up again because I guess everything's going up.
Yeah.
But I got it down to like 300 and something pounds for 1 year.
Yeah, and I was blown away as well. Like you said, when I mentioned to you that it cost me £1.80 to take insurance.
That's almost an insult.
There was a £9.50 admin fee.
Yeah.
But
it
was £11.31 or something like that. So it was.
That's brilliant.
It just puts things into perspective as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just no stress.
We all strive for these, you know, extra things that we don't really need.
Yeah.
But this is, it's an ideal car to tot around the city in.
Yeah.
What do you have to pay on a daily basis for the charges for this car, or do you get
only if I go into like every other car, into the congestion zone? But this car is just young enough to not have to pay the ULEZ.
Okay.
Because otherwise ULEZ would be, I don't know what it is now, £15 a day or something.
Yeah. Because I was surprised about that even when I took my Tesla into the city. But you still have to pay that even on electric cars, don't you?
Yeah.
I was quite blown away. I thought, like, I'm going to be fine going into London. No, there's a charge.
Yeah.
What? Isn't that, but is the talk of that expanding as well at the minute?
The congestion charge?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think they want to expand the ULEZ to Greater London. Right. I think that's happening.
Right. I think that's what I've seen. Because I'm up in the scally land of Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't really read too much of the local London stuff, but I think I did hear something about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's, you know, in the BBC series, which is like an alternative timeline of Ogmios. This car dies, the Corsa, and I have the funeral for it in the scrapyard, and I get a Fiat Panda. Yeah. Because Fiat Panda is, I'm half Italian. And when I go to Italy and see all the Fiat Pandas, I just love them. The classic 80s, 90s, box shape, little cars. And it's still running all over Italy.
Absolutely.
And so I made that the car that I get next. Yeah. But I couldn't actually get one because it wouldn't pass ULEZ. Right. Because they're not old enough to be deemed classic, which would enable it to. And also, they're collectible. They cost
fortune,
big money. Some of these. But one day I'll have a Fiat Panda. I met one of them. They got little 4x4 ones as well. Maybe if I move to Italy, just be up and down the mountains.
Have you ever driven in Italy?
Yeah.
That takes me to another level. What we were talking about, that give and take in London. Yeah. I drove in Rome.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry. Yeah. Didn't drive. Taxied in Rome. Didn't drive myself. But there is so much chaos. However, I'm just going to pop it back in here because he's turning right. I'll get back out in a minute. It was a good shout. I was turning in as well. Psychic Ashley.
Actually, we could take a left.
Can you go left here?
Yeah, because we will be going into congestion zone.
Right, sound. So yeah, the bridge. Well,
go on. You were saying?
Yeah, the Italy and Rome. There's so much chaos, but you have to be so good to deal with that chaos. I thought the driving standard, we're not allowed here, are we?
Oh, right, yeah.
We turn right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll have to do...
Should we do a U-E?
Yeah.
Should we turn us round?
This whole area is LTNs.
Should we turn us round?
Yeah.
Reverse is over there. Oh, the old Vauxhall lifty uppy reverse. Like it.
Nice. And we could turn right at the lights. Get
turn right at the lights. Yeah, that's all right.
Actually, let's go straight ahead, actually. take a different route back.
That's all right.
Back up through. If we go straight and then.
Yeah. No bothers.
But yeah, Rome. They've got a lot of like sort of friendly beeping.
Yeah.
Everyone's beeping all the time.
Yeah.
It's chaotic, but the beep it has a different connotation. It's a bit more like, excuse me, like cheeky beeps.
That's right. Yeah, and it sort. I sort of like likened it to ants. You know how ants sort of like just here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone's sort of like aware of each other.
Yeah.
And I think the skill set to drive in Rome must be really high. But it's a different type. It's less structured, probably more instinctive.
Yeah.
Just aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
I liked it, mate. I thought it was an interesting.
Yeah, me
experience.
too. Italy is a nice place to drive as well. I did some, coastal drives.
Oh, jealous, mate.
Lovely.
Jealous. You got a nice wave as well.
Near Lake Garda.
Yeah.
So we turn right
Turn right.
at the bottom here.
Nice Prius.
Yeah.
Let me go through.
From watching your videos, obviously a lot of it's based in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I've got the impression that the cabs don't drive very well.
Yeah. Maybe.
I wonder how. Yeah, because here the Prius.
They're not
We've
bad.
got loads of Prius. They're. Can we go through here? We have to pedestrian zone. No vehicle. That's fine, I think.
Are we okay?
Yeah, just the usual pigeons.
Yeah. Till 4 till 8 p.m. So we're okay still, aren't we? Are we?
I think so. Yeah.
I think we were okay.
I'm not sure actually. We have to review the footage, see what the sign said.
I think it did say from 4 till 6.
I mean, this car's coming down.
It started again. So
This car's parked here, yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I think it's more for the market times.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Yeah, the Prius drivers here, they're not too bad. They actually drive at a reasonable pace.
Yeah.
Compared to other drivers, but sometimes you can sort of tell when they're doing their distracted sort of what's my next pickup.
I get you. Yeah.
But in general, they're not too bad.
I think, to be honest, where I've found sometimes taxi drivers to differ is in whether it's a local private hire or whether it's an Uber. I think the ratings in Uber have made things potentially a little bit better because they have to drive reasonably.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe. We're just going straight up, are we?
Straight on, yeah.
Straight on.
Yeah.
We're all good. How's me driving, Ogmios?
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I think you've tuned into what the Corsa wants, to how the Corsa wants to be driven.
Yeah, we're looking after.
Maybe the Corsa doesn't even realise I'm not driving.
The Corsa drives.
Or maybe it's like, oh, this is even better.
This Corsa drives nicely.
Yeah.
Everything's.
No, I love my
everything's
Corsa.
still
Yeah.
responsive. Yeah, we'll turn right. We can't go down there.
We're in Hoxton now.
I haven't even heard of it.
How do you enjoy driving this car?
I think it's really nice. It's got a nice little wave there as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the vision.
Yeah.
Vision stands out for me as we've gone in the correct way for safety with these big things, but we've gone in the wrong way for vision.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of sort of like percentage glass area in the course is amazing to what even I'm used to on a daily basis.
It's a nice car.
It's a fabulous Citroen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the colour as well. Sort of olive green.
Quality.
Yeah, and vision is it's like pretty important.
Yeah, it is. It is. We talked about it before with the football as well. We made reference to how the footballers increase their abilities, and it's exactly the same for years and years and years. The most common reason why people fail driving tests is observation. It's always been number one. Every year, I think, without fail, since I've done the job, number one reason has been observation.
Wow.
So that really proves everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are we just going straight on?
Let's go left.
We'll go left.
Yeah.
You're pretty good without sat-navs and stuff in London, are you? Ogmios,
yeah, not bad? I know my area very well. I think, I use my phone as a sat-nav if I'm going.
If you need to, yeah.
outside, sort of edges of London, or I don't know South London very well.
Cool.
People always suggesting they should get me to do a sat-nav voice over.
I would pay for your sat-nav voice.
Oh yeah, I should do it. Yeah,
100%. 100%.
yeah. I thought whether it might end up too soothing, because people do also ask me about sleep stories. They want me, there's a whole niche of the internet is about helping people get to sleep. Actually, turn right.
Yeah. I think we're pushing a bit funny ground there. You'll be doing foot fetish stories and stuff like that, maybe. Yeah.
Well, ASMR is like
it's a big thing. Yeah, it's a big thing.
And it is an area I might try and do stuff to satisfy some of my more ASMR fans.
Yeah.
But there's something about driving as well, just the sounds of it, the indicators ticking, the rumble that a lot of people do find
Calm.
soothing. Obviously, I didn't add ambient music and a voiceover, and
it does feel like that whenever I watch one of your videos.
Yeah. A nice thing that people say to me as well is they start hearing my voice in their head.
Yeah.
And
they drive differently because that's right.
Which is nice to hear. Just in general, in terms of just people being able to calm down in certain situations.
Yeah. I did it a couple of weeks ago when I went out on a bike and I got close past.
Yeah, was that the latest?
That's the latest one.
Actually, you managed to touch the car. Yeah.
And that's a little bit controversial. And my reasoning for that was to demonstrate how close it was, because the 360 cameras that occasionally I'll use on a bike, they do distort distances massively. It looks as though you're within a door's width or you're within a foot, but you're not. You're 1.5 meters away from the cars.
Yeah.
So I touched it, and that can be controversial, and it did prompt a negative reaction from the driver.
Right, yeah.
And, it's not something that I'd probably do again.
Yeah.
But you do need to, and it's what I was telling the story for. After that, because I'd been close past, I just said to everyone, look, you just need to just take that little chill for 10-15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to calm yourself down. Maybe it has been a close pass. Maybe you have had a near miss. Maybe the car has nearly hit you.
Yeah.
You're still here. You're okay.
Yeah.
Just take a moment just to go, it's all right, you're fine.
Yeah.
And it's an important part of driving.
Definitely. State of mind affects so much.
It does.
The wrong state of mind gets you into so many problems.
It does.
On the road.
100%.
And it can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
That's why I talk about, like in the series I say, there's nutters, sort of people driving around who are really looking to get into.
Yeah.
And there's part-time nutters, which can be anyone who, for some reason, I think driving can bring out a lot of our inner states. Yeah. For whatever reason, this sort of arena of being inside a car, it can bring out the flash of anger and wanting to.
There was an advert on the telly that I remember from years ago about people walking down the street in the same way that they drive.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't go on. Not to the same extent.
Yeah.
But
I can imagine that.
Why do people then get in these killing machines and then suddenly,
Maybe it's the one step removal from that face to face. It's like on the internet, how people can behave on the internet.
Yeah.
I often think of it as there's some people roaming around who in a way they're holding a bomb.
Yeah.
And they're asking you to hold that bomb with them. And you wouldn't do it normally, but in a driving situation, you're like, for whatever reason, let's hold this bomb together and watch it explode.
That's right.
And see what happens.
Yeah. And
But we've got
all can go here, can't they?
Yeah. That's what happens in London a lot. Is people not realising. Bus lanes tend to have all kinds of different times.
24 hours a day. Yeah.
We'll go round
to the left and then.
We're going to go round and roundabout to the right.
To that side over there.
Where the church is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Just going to fall into line behind this one.
Nice.
Nice
This
little
is,
swap of positions. Go on, what's this, sorry?
So we're going to be getting green lanes.
Okay.
It's one of the longest roads in London.
Are we all right where we are? We're going straight
Going
down?
left, sorry,
Going
left.
left?
Yeah.
That's all right. It's one of the longest roads in London.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it goes a fair stretch. Goes beyond where we were. So it goes,
Okay.
here up to, yeah, and then to like North London.
Is it?
Very long road.
How far are we away from here? How long would it take to get to Epping and out that way from here? It's a fair track.
Yeah, about maybe 40 minutes.
That's where
From where I live,
Yeah.
it's a bit shorter. I'm
Yeah.
further north.
Yeah.
From where I live, maybe half hour.
Yeah. That's where
Yeah.
we've got. Well, my missus has got family in. To be fair.
Oh, really?
That end.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I love Epping Forest.
yeah.
It's my go-to sort of place to go for
Yeah.
nature near London.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a really nice forest.
There are, as we mentioned before, there's loads of nice green areas in London as well. And it's surprising to me every time I come in. I find a different one. Have you spotted any mistakes I've made up to now, or have I been not bad, mate? Have I done all right
Yeah,
to pass the Ogmios test?
100%. Yeah.
All good.
Some of the speed bumps. Oh, are quite intense. Some of them.
Yeah.
You know, they're very in London.
Yeah.
They're very incisive.
This is something I haven't seen much
Yeah.
of. The bicycle shelters. Have you seen them spring up a little bit?
Yeah, there's quite a few of these. Yeah, they're quite common now.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah, I think people on neighbourhoods can maybe get subsidised ones or club together.
So do you bike much?
Recently, just now and then.
Yeah.
I used to cycle. Cycling used to be my way to get to work or here and there.
Yeah.
Just last few years haven't. But I enjoy cycling. I'm not as confident cycling as driving.
Okay.
100%. There's and that's something I'd like to do more of, and just become a better cyclist. So there's certain places in London I'm getting off the bike and I'm not going to busy roundabout or this or that. I'm just not really feeling this.
Yeah. Well, I cycled through Trafalgar Square with Travis and Sigrid and straight through the centre of town.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
it was good.
That's amazing. Him just coasting around with his cat and such good vibes.
You know what? That was the main thing I got from it as well.
Yeah.
That the amount of smiles that we were not we,
Yeah.
Travis and Sigrid, were able to put on people's faces.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and it was lovely to see from
Yeah.
just the reaction and it's sacred.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And it shows there can be a lot of love there, on the roads, and you shouldn't have to take a cute cat in the front. To,
No, you shouldn't. No, you're absolutely.
What's interesting as well, I might put this in the next episode, is where I've got one bit where I'm coming further up green lanes, and an old lady with a Zimmer frame, whatever's ventured into the road.
Yeah.
And there's cars come both ways, and then these guys who are just walking past, they come into the road and stop everyone. And everyone is fully, and she goes really slow, but everyone's patient because they.
You know what? It just fills me with joy. It puts a big smile on my face. I think I did actually see that on one of your videos. I think I did see
I've got another one that's recent that I'm gonna put up.
I think I did see it. And that's how it should be. We are not at war with each other.
Yeah.
But it sometimes feels like that on the road. And it's also a shame that a man of your attitude and ability with a car doesn't feel as confident on the road on a bike as you should.
Yeah.
And I think that really sums our roads up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
We're only using the roads to get from one place to another.
Yeah. And it's sort of recognising each other's this vulnerability in the same way we can recognise an old lady's or a cat's. We can apply that to
everyone should be the same because we are all humans in these killing machines that we decide to operate. Absolutely. So what's your plans with your channel over the next little bit? I know you're on a bit of a push, like we all are all the time.
Yeah.
But have you got any? I know you'll probably. I think just to let all my viewers know, it was my contact with Travis who got in touch with me that then gave me his contact, and we've sorted this out since then. So big thanks to Travis as well. He's a lovely guy. But have you got any other bits that you've got planned to do on the channel?
I'm gonna try and do more on the channel. Really, I've posted quite infrequently.
Yeah.
Partly because I had the BBC series. Yeah. And but I'd love to build up the channel, get to 100k, get my plaque.
Absolutely.
And stuff like this, driving with people. I'm gonna do a cycle hopefully with Travis and Sigrid.
I'll come down to a cycle with you.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to do that, mate.
No, I'm up for that.
And if you fancy coming up to Liverpool, I'll put you up.
Nice.
And we'll go and see what Liverpool's taxi drivers are like.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You're welcome to do that as well, mate.
That sounds great. No, and that's another thing I want to do a bit more around the UK.
Yeah.
Going to be doing something at Glastonbury this year, hopefully.
Excellent. When's Glastonbury this year?
So Glastonbury, I think 20 something June.
Okay.
I'm going to go up mid-June to film some stuff around the build-up, hopefully.
Yeah.
On the site and drive around their site.
Yeah.
And just also, I was thinking about maybe doing some live drives.
That'd be good.
Even with, because I know a lot of musicians through my friends, and getting some musicians in the back or in the front, and just getting them to play there. Like I've got a friend who's about to release an album. He makes ambient music. So I thought we'd keep
play that in the back.
Yeah. While I'm driving, and mix the visuals, and I can narrate over it a little bit.
Nice.
And so really trying to see how that works as a sort of a live drive, because the episodes actually do take time, because I have to build up interesting footage, and they do take me a little time. But
they do, mate. Yeah.
I did do a live show at the Barbican in December, where I put together like a half an hour long film of footage, some of it unseen,
and
some of it seen.
You just talked over it?
Yeah, and I was it was at the cinema, I was at the stage, and I did a live narration. Good. And then premiered like a new episode.
That's quality. That's super.
So I'm quite interested in doing a bit more live sort of stuff. Yeah. I tell you what I love is pigeons.
Pigeons?
I love watching their movements, understanding them, the way they cross the road. I feel like they're learning a bit.
I think they do, yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are doing quite well.
You know, we said before about watching people.
Yeah.
I think pigeons do that with us as well. Humans, don't they?
Yeah.
I had one this morning. I was having a coffee, waiting for my train to open its doors where it sits on, and I was just having a coffee. I went and got a little bit of breakfast, and the pigeon was sort of like coming over going, "You're going to be friendly?" I was friendly. I gave him a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Funny.
Sometimes, like the other day, I was just driving down a quiet road, and there was a wood pigeon, and they're particularly, like, wood pigeons can be particularly sort of slow and cumbersome.
Yeah.
But I just came to a halt for it, and because there's no one behind me either, there's no one to get upset. It's like, okay, stop, it's your time. And then he went off, and I went off, and it's like a nice little sort of practice in patience and respect.
You know what, pigeon story, there's a road quite close to, we just going straight on, are we?
Sure.
Straight on. We'll go and see how this learner gets on. But there's a road quite near me. It's very similar to this road that we're on now. It's like a high street.
Yeah.
And I was teaching a student who, unfortunately, worked in an animal shelter. And I said to this girl, she kept on jumping on the brakes for the pigeons.
Yeah.
Which can be quite dangerous for people behind.
Sure.
And I said to her, can't remember her name, and I said to her, you don't need to do that, it's a little bit dangerous, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Just back off for them.
Yeah.
The front of the car's not actually as close as you think.
Yeah.
They'll suss it out and fly off.
Yeah.
She did exactly as I'd asked her the following one and hit the pigeon. She never came back for another lesson, and
really?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because you know, this, you put your trust in the driving instructor. It couldn't happen at the worst time. There's someone who works in an animal shelter, and that's the only one I've ever hit in a lesson.
She's like, if this is driving, I don't want to part of it. Yeah.
She never came back, poor girl. But yeah, sad times. It's horrible when that happens as well.
Yeah, a certain amount of pigeons are gonna perish probably.
They are. But I do the same with pigeons as well. I'll back off. I'll try and make sure that they're out of the way before I go anywhere near. But it's difficult. Yeah. So I'm not a pigeon killer on purpose, mate.
No, that's good.
I'm just going to get through. Oh, good. Police have got a tough job in London as well, haven't they, to get through the traffic?
Yeah. What do you think about this? I see a lot of discussion about whether you should or shouldn't move forward at lights over the stop line for
very good question.
Emergency services.
The answer is, the proper answer is no, you shouldn't for emergency services. But the police are the only people who are allowed to instruct you to go through a light.
Right.
Okay. But I teach my students the rules.
Yeah.
But I'll also say to them this: that if I was going to risk getting a ticket for just moving my car through a red light, as long as I know it was totally safe, I'd happily risk a ticket to help that ambulance get to go and save someone. That's where I stand. Absolutely on it. They're trying to do a job. They're trying to save someone's life a lot of the time. Just help them out. And again, goes back to probably what we were saying about breaking rules. I'm not saying breaking rules is good. Rules are there for a reason. They're to keep us all safe. But honestly, sometimes if you've got to break a rule to then see the bigger picture, as long as it's safe.
I agree. Yeah.
You're the same.
Yeah. And something I've definitely picked up from your videos is thinking about the distance you're stopping at before a line, because that will give you some wiggle room often to get out of the way of. So would the police have to, when you say they instruct you, they have to verbally tell you?
I think.
And then you.
Well, the way that I see it, I got a nice thing.
That was nice. Yeah.
That was nice. That was quite man. Wasn't it? Yeah. Love it.
That's the classic sort of. I do it a lot. The wave turned into the thumbs up. I'm giving them two great things in one. Like,
yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Get a little bonus thumbs.
Just going back to your good question. How I see this, and this is how emergency services should. I don't know whether you've ever realised it doesn't happen all the time, but it should go like this. That a paramedic or an ambulance, if they're stuck in a queue and they can't get anywhere around the traffic, they should turn the sirens off.
Right.
But keep the blues on.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Then when the lights change, they should then turn the sirens on again.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, if I'm here and their sirens are still on, I would then say they're instructing me to go through. The police I'm talking about. So, that's how I view it. Whether that's right or not, you know what? That's just my safe, considerate take on it. So, but even if I saw, this is where it becomes a potential problem if you're going to get a red light jump and a ticket. If the paramedic was 5 cars behind without their sirens on and you jumped, that could be different.
Okay.
But I would still be tempted just to budge a little bit further up so maybe people could shuffle. It's a hard one. That was a good question. You just come up with that then? Have you been planning these questions?
I've had a little think of a few questions I wanted to ask you,
Nice. Nice.
Sort of a grey area. Actually, I had them on a post-it note.
Sorry?
Yeah, I was like...
he's got a green note out.
Telling off beeps. I asked you about telling off beeps.
Brilliant.
Emergency service. Thank you hazards. I asked you that.
Yeah.
Reporting to police. I asked you about that. Zebra crossing rules.
Said about that they don't have to be fully crossed. But just look at it.
Depending on circumstances, Relaxed steering.
Relaxed steering?
Yeah.
Go on then. What were you going to ask about that?
No, I think I already sort of mentioned just what you thought, because as happens, I guess, with most drivers, after you finish your test,
Yeah.
you sort of start. Should we go through wood green? Let's go straight. Yeah.
Straight down.
Start driving and steering in a more relaxed way, one hand,
Yeah.
and it feels comfortable. Often because in a city as well, you're doing a lot of slow moving driving.
Yes, you are.
A motorway is different.
Yeah. Where have my hands been whilst I've been driving? You've watched mine. Have mine been slack at all, or have I been on my best behaviour and had them pretty much up?
I think you've had, yeah. I don't know if you've had mostly had them there or below the slightly down a bit, but
I tend to. That's my go-to with them down here like this. Okay. But then now I need to do something. Look where my hands have gone back to, and I'm watching what's going on. Thank you.
It's about that alertness when it's really
when it's required.
That higher level of.
But now I've come back in. Honestly, no issue with just tickling the wheel through with your fingers or even a little bit of a cross. So that's where I'm with it. I think we can be too wooden a lot of the time. And like I said, rules are there to keep us safe. They say, it's not a rule, but they say you should have two hands on the wheel at all times, but therefore we can't open or close windows, of course you can. You can't change gear, of course you can. You can't turn the heaters up or down, of course you can. But even with that, you've got to find the correct time to do it. So my point and thought process is, if I'm really aware, hazard-wise, of what's going on around, there's nothing going on, there's no issue.
Cool.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. You had a few questions for me as well, like it.
You're
going to go...
I think you're all right,
I'll go in.
Not sure which lane.
I can make that.
Yeah, nice.
That's all right. So where are we now?
We're Turnpike Lane, going towards Wood Green.
Okay.
Wood Green is another can be a hectic sort of main road.
Okay.
Depends, but again, it's quite slow moving.
Okay.
Often.
Merging turn. Nice. Nice. Like it. So if you, I'm just going to be good. Point blank. It's these type of areas though that are going to make people increase their observational rates. You know what? Can't really get past. Don't care if we get beat.
And I've something I used to do before really thinking about my driving was flashing headlights sometimes, and
have you changed that now?
Because, definitely through probably your videos and just general. I still think there's a few situations where it's useful.
Okay.
Like say you have a quiet residential road where someone's at the top, someone there, and you're just like trying to work out who's going to go, who's going to wait. I know you can just wait and see, but sometimes. But in general, I'm not going to flash someone to go. Or I suppose I do end up occasionally like using my hand.
Yeah, it's communication.
Similar, I guess,
Communication's good. Generally, when it can only be thought of as one thing. That's what we say about these things. That don't put one of them on unless it only has one meaning. Else it's a bit confusing. So. Will I generally flash? I tend not to now, to be honest. Just because, imagine if I got caught flashing my lights. Someone saw me. It's a bit ironic, really, that I'm going on about these things and then I don't carry out things in that way. But I agree with you, Ogmios, that there may very well be certain scenarios that flash from a long distance away when they can't as easily pick up body language, it may be help. And that situation that you described brilliantly there about the long road, there's maybe a meeting situation, and someone's where the red buses are at the far end, not even the nearest one to us, even underneath whether it's a shopping centre or walkway, whatever. That sort of distance, and you maybe got to hold back and let someone through. There's nothing wrong really with just saying I'm here, and really a flash of the lights would be okay if people didn't act off it by going. The people acting off it by going are really the biggest part of the problem. Because if you think, even if I went flash to let this Uber Eats guy out, no issues as long as he looked properly. Yeah, it's only
people are delegating
they feel
their observations to someone
compelled.
else.
Yeah. And all I was doing there, I was just trying to keep them safe as well, just by having a little nosy in mirrors and watching for cyclists and bits and bobs. So, but a lot of the stuff that I talk about as well is a lot of it's just common sense. It's it's my take on the rules. And the stuff that you've asked me with the pedestrian crossing, that is the case, that you don't have to let them finish. But let's be sensible about it. I think we've probably come to a mutual agreement on that. We've talked about Italy on the ant race all around Rome, and you know, certain aspects of what London driving is like. You've got to sometimes allow people to maybe break a rule and emerge from a side road, because if they don't, they would never get out. There's got to be give and take with that, hasn't there?
Yeah.
There's got to be give and take. This is busy, mate.
Yeah.
But your car's a lovely little thing, mate.
It's all right, isn't it? Yeah.
200 quid. It's blown me away, that, you know. It's absolutely, it's brilliant.
Yeah, and it's been so reliable. And it's only done, if you look, it's done like 78,000 miles.
All messed up there.
What happened?
Oh, I was too eager. You're going to get Ogmios a bad name.
Yeah. This is the clip. Yeah.
It is.
I'll put it on TikTok and all that.
It's all right, mate.
But even the learners stop it.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Too eager there, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, doesn't it? It's slow-moving traffic can be like, you get caught out just because
We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm never scared of that as well. And that proves that we all do.
Yeah, and it's a good little sign I find, to then reflect on, okay, that's something to be extra aware of next time and look out for.
That's right. That's right.
We could turn right here, actually, get out of this.
Turn right, yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure. Let's try it.
Try it.
Where's he going? Oh, look at this.
This is good, isn't it? I'm not doing that one, mate. I ain't doing that one.
Yeah. Hopefully that leads back to somewhere useful.
We need to put our sat-nav on somewhere, mate.
Oh, that's all right.
You all right?
We'll see what, I mean, if not, we'll just come out. But I think it can come out up here somewhere.
It's a busy one, isn't it?
Yeah. Normally it's more busy around sort of school time, but it's not. I know there's strikes actually today, so I don't know. Maybe a few schools are just out, so kids are out.
There is strike. Yeah. One of my lads is a teacher, and he's
nice.
off striking today.
Come on, look. What's that? Undercover?
I know.
Undercover traffic wardens.
Yeah.
I love driving at night as well in London.
Different skills to it, isn't it?
Yeah, but and also the way London looks at night, all the lights, and there's less drivers around. I find it very relaxing.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying about the hazard lights.
Yeah.
If he'd have put a left signal on there, it probably would have been a little bit better, wouldn't it?
I find that
go around to help him out here. He's not getting in that one.
Use hazards as often as they do, like as left to indicate.
Yeah.
It may be more so. From what I've seen, like hazards mean you're going to park. What do you think of? We're talking about the hazard thank yous. What about the hazard sorries?
Yeah.
Because they can often de-escalate a situation.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think so. I think there's a time and a place to it.
Especially on a motorway, I think.
That's right, yeah.
Someone's accidentally cut up.
That's right. I've seen a few of them though, as again, pull out, do what I want, as long as I put my hazards on. So,
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
Let's have a little look. Right.
You all right?
I think so, yeah. I think we get back onto the...
One-way street.
Yeah, and then we'll turn left.
Oh, so.
Oh, right, yeah. Pigeons having a feast.
They are. They're having the dinner. Absolutely.
They live well. Live well.
Someone's come and fed them as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely fed them. You all right? Does this cause too many problems, do you think, in the grand scheme of things? The giving way to pedestrians crossing the road. Do you think that's been success, or is it not implemented probably enough in your opinion?
I don't see it a lot in London. I don't think. You mean like the new hierarchy of...
Yeah.
And if I stop, it's 50-50, I think. If I stop for someone and say, you know, let a pedestrian cross, 50-50, they'll probably more than 50-50 they will go.
Yeah.
Other times they're like, no, you go.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether that's just how London is, and it's been as sort of a bit of give and take.
Yeah.
I'm not aware that I see a lot of people driving and I think, oh, you've read the latest highway code.
So it's more a London thing as opposed to following the rules.
Yeah,
I get you. Yeah, I get you.
And I think that most drivers are probably not aware of it still.
Yeah. That's an interesting little buggy, that one. An interesting little bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Two at the front, one at the back.
I was going to go left.
Your left.
Yeah.
Oh, got your back, mate.
Amazon, I don't know if it's the same in Liverpool, but Amazon has started delivering with these sort of little cycle vans.
No, we've got none in Liverpool, but
Okay.
I did see some
Yeah.
when I was with Travis and Sigrid as well.
Right, they're quite cool, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love seeing funny new vehicles. Like when scooters, that really inspired me, just the strangeness of it.
Yeah.
I find the electric scooters, it's just also the horror, sort of vertical position of like human being just dead standing up, moving through.
Yeah.
And
What's your thoughts on the higher scooters and the little, we call them Voys, the Voys in Liverpool, just the little scooters. Do you think they're ever going to be a part of our sort of like road network? Are they going to? Do you foresee them being legalised so everyone can just drive them down the road?
I think so. I mean, everyone is just driving. I think 90% of scooters in London are privately owned that you see on the roads.
Yeah. Don't the police do much about that?
No, I think it's just it's not worth it for them. And I think early on they might have had the odd day where they had a crackdown and they were pulling over.
It's not gonna do it long term, though, is it?
No, it's people are getting around.
I still think though. I still think that with the hierarchy system, I still think you can still make them safe, even if the people who use them haven't got a license. Well, it's no different than a young child riding a bike.
Right. Yeah. I guess some of them are quite speedy, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Yeah. He was doing well, overtaking, have a quick look at his phone.
Yeah.
Up to a crossing anyway.
Yeah. The delivery moped drivers they're like mosquitoes buzzing around. You just have to really keep an eye on them.
Is there still little bits and bobs of I'm not saying in a nasty way, but is there still problems with crime with the young lads on the scooters? Because I know there was quite a lot in the press at one point of them being involved in a lot of street crime, even taking phones. We just going ahead, are we?
I feel like there's less, but I can't.
You can't. You don't.
Yeah, but I know that it's still, you can get your phone snatched if you're waving it around.
Yeah. That's like in any city. We mentioned Rome before. It was advice given to me when I went to Rome as well.
For a while there was loads of moped theft. You'd see all the time. You'd see kids on mopeds. One of them on a moped, the other one sort of kicking another moped to keep it going. One they just nicked.
I get you.
But I don't think there's as much much of that. I guess sometimes it's just the value of things changes, and so crime changes. And
Yes, it does. It does.
external forces change the type of crime you're going to see.
That's right. That's right.
What's desirable?
There's it's not necessarily the scooters like we're describing. It's the powerful electric bikes in Liverpool that we have to deal with in the same sort of manner.
Right. Okay.
The lads will be on the Alecchi bikes that'll do 70 miles an hour, and they'll be wheeling them down the street and bits and bobs. But
that sort of bike life culture, wheelie culture.
Yes, but
it does look fun, but it's like
I used to be able to wheelie on a mountain bike. I'm not sure whether I'd try it now, but yeah, that's all a part of us dealing with just the hazards on the road. I don't see that as my problem. It's just something that I cope with.
Yeah.
Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Something to observe.
Yeah, and something just to make sure I'm sorted with. I don't want to hurt anyone. It doesn't matter what they're into. It doesn't matter what they're up to. It's still someone's family member.
Yeah. It's empathy, isn't it? We've all been young and reckless. And
Yeah.
It's classic West Green roads.
Thank you so much for having me today, mate. I've really enjoyed that. I think.
Yeah, me too.
We've put the world to right, me and you.
Yeah. Actually, Neil and Ogmios out on the roads of London, just as you say, fixing other people's mistakes, hopefully, and observing the comings and goings of the city life.
Not wrong.
From pigeons up to big trucks.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not been as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be more hectic than that, to be honest.
Yeah. Next time I'm going to arrange even more. That was just I thought easy win to Haringey driving. For
the next time. But
I told all the nutters just stay at home away. Next time.
You're not wrong. Yeah. But thanks again, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Tune into Ogmios as well if you don't already. I know loads of my subs do. If you think I'm chilled out, get onto this guy. See you soon.
Take care out there. Peace. I see you Prius man on your Uber missions. You don't spew emissions, you're more fuel efficient. Moving different, the way that you pull out. Looking at your phone, so it's me that has to look out. Head in your app cloud, dreaming about the Uber tippers. I got an Uber tip, try use your mirrors. Use your loaf, you're driving like a bleeding novice. I'm sure we'd find more brain cells beneath your bonnet. Yeah, the hybrid tech, I know your Prius got it. But your driving sense, man, that's prehistoric. Just being honest, I'm not your enemy. The most you get from me is a gentle beep. It's not a massive issue, I'll keep acting civil. Plus you could be Mad Max, could be Travis Bickle. You beeping at me, you beeping at me. It's just a gentle beep. Stay calm, when every other nut I make you wanna face palm. Ludicrous maneuvers, what the hell are they on? Always getting angry through the windows. Daytime, bring the Daytime. Just chill and stay calm. When every other nut I make you wanna face palm. Ludicrous maneuvers, what the hell are they on? Always getting angry through the windows.